What's up, guys? Blue Hell TV. Seamus here again with Christian, Ian, and Austin. We got some news to talk about today, some preseason information. That's basically it.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Preseason. All right. Well, before we get into preseason, we'd like to. Johnny Russell officially annoued.
We called it.
We did it before starting.
Yeah.
We were first now.
It's exciting. It seems just from the reaction of everybody, like all the sporting fans, the people in the club as well. A lot of people are very excited for him.
And looking on Twitter, other sites, a lot of Derby County fans were very sad to see him go.
Take care of our boy.
Yeah.
Screw him. We got him now. Our boy.
But hopefully he'll help us this year.
I think it'll be a big difference in the team. I think we'll see something.
Well, yeah, in an interview I was watching with the manager, Peter Vermes, he was kind of talking about how he comes in and really helps the attack a lot, and how he comes in and now they can kind of, with a lot of the transfers that they got, they can kind of change up their formation. Not necessarily at the start, but when the game starts to get going.
Too.
Yeah, they're obviously a 4-3-3 formation. But when the game gets going, he can move from left wing to right wing. He was talking about he brings different qualities on both wings, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with him.
Yeah.
And he said they don't really want to rush him in. They got all season to kind of get him in.
With preseason only, just kind of. First leg just underway. Season is only a month out, so as much as they want to ease him into it, preseason's come to a close, and then
he's going to be a big player for the team. You can't just leave somebody like that.
Yeah.
So we're looking for a banger on the first
one.
Thing with him, though, I think the biggest thing is just getting accustomed to the sporting culture and their play style.
As well as the play style of the entire MLS compared to the championship.
But especially
way different.
Yeah, very different.
Vermes runs that very high pressure, he just wants people going up and down all day, pressuring, going at the back line. Not many people. There's been players that have come who have been great players, and Vermes just lets them go because they
not put in the work.
They can't do what he wants to do, which is, it's interesting, but hopefully he'll be able to come play preseason. I'm guessing he'll be on the Leg 2 roster and just get going.
It'd be nice.
Hope he provides some sort of spark to the team. Some creativity, something different.
That's what I think he'll do. I think that's why we got him.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Alrighty.
Preseason games.
Move on to preseason Leg 1.
Yep.
Well, we went undefeated for the first 3 games.
Nice start.
Nice.
You really can't do better than undefeated.
I think the biggest. Going undefeated is good, but 2 of the teams that we played.
Trialist team.
One trialist team, one team.
You don't
they're
hear
not
much about.
big teams. The Colorado Rapids win.
That was a big win.
That was a big win.
And a big shutout since the way they did it. They did 2 45s and then a 30 at the end of it, just so all the teams could get both teams could get all their players in. It was huge that we played 3 different keepers and they all had shutouts. 3 different back lines
And our new draft pick had an incredible save. Pretty good save there. So
Eric Dick.
Yeah.
Your boy.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway from Leg 1, Vermes was talking about it, is just the fitness and just getting back into playing.
Yeah.
You take a break for so long, and we got knocked out, first round of the playoffs last year, and you're just not doing anything for months. You're trying to keep fitness up. Obviously they're doing something, but you're not going out and playing.
You're not at the same
negative
level.
5 degrees.
But hopefully their fitness levels are going up and up, so that Leg 2 we could actually see more of the first team and the guys that'll be substitutes play maybe up to 60 minutes a game.
Yeah, hoping so. I mean,
maybe longer.
this first leg was more. I feel like it was more of a almost a trial for all the players we brought in. A bunch of academy players that got moved up. And it was big for a lot of players to see where they're at compared to not only the rest of the team, but their opponents.
Yeah.
And so I mean, we'll touch on that later with Swope and all of that.
Yep.
But it was good to see a lot of academy players and a lot of the new signings playing and performing well.
We had 9 academy players that ended up playing, which I know is huge for what Sporting has, the pro pathway, where they try to get these academy players to play and then move up to Swope Park, the USL team, and then eventually play for Sporting.
Vermees loves that.
Yeah, Vermees loves it. John Perry's been doing a remarkable job for Sporting with the academy team.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, he's just rewarding the players for putting in the hard work for so long.
Yeah.
And now they finally get a chance to try to make the big team.
Yeah.
And 9 players, that's pretty significant.
Yeah.
A lot of players.
Yeah, especially
Especially from what, I mean, probably, each game they played about 33 players.
Yeah.
So that's about a little.
Yeah, like just about
Yeah,
third
there.
players.
It's like this many or something.
Well, do we want to kind of talk about some of the results that happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
First game we played Phoenix Rising, their trialists, and we won 2-1 goals with from Shallowy and Busio.
Yeah.
2
Your boy.
academy guys themselves.
Boy, Busio. I'm telling you. 15-year-old Bagnall.
Yeah.
He can hang, it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's good.
Second game, 4-0 over Sporting Arizona.
Yeah. Less significant.
But
a win's win.
Yeah. 4-0.
Yeah.
Yep, and we had goals from Lobato, Jerso, Haji Berry, and Lobato.
No,
not Lobato.
Yeah, Lobato had one.
I think Bagner.
Who was
that the
it?
fourth
It
one?
was here we go.
Pretty sure. But
Yeah,
we'll see.
here we got it here.
Yeah, Will Bagner.
Yeah, Will Bagru, Haji Berry, Jerso, and Lobato. Which Lobato, that's been an interesting one in preseason because
He's played so many.
Yeah, he's played in so many different positions. Brought him in as
He's supposed to be a
winger,
winger.
yeah.
So, but he's just
played a bit of center mid, and then in
Yeah.
the final preseason game in our win over the Rapids.
started outside back.
Yeah, started fullback.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's an interesting one. He's got skill. He's got
pace.
Well, he's.
I mean, not
the pace is.
lightning.
I don't know, but I think he's another person like we were talking about earlier, the Vermees way. I don't know if he is a guy that likes to press and likes to put it. Like when you were watching him last year, he never was able to get accustomed to the culture, and because of that, did not play many minutes, even though he was supposed to be a big player coming in.
Yeah, could have just been. Could be one of those things where now he's learned it.
Yeah,
So it took him a season to really either fit in with the team or learn the style, and now, I mean, preseason. I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of coverage on these games, so it's a bit tough to tell. But like, from the way it sounds, scoring one, then left back. I'm pretty sure the next game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing a lot.
Shutout
He wants to play.
Yeah.
Above all else, I mean, comes down to that.
It'll just be, I don't know. Hopefully it's a good sign.
Yeah.
It might be a little too late. With,
Yeah.
Us bringing in these other guys. If he likes playing winger, I don't know what he likes, but he might have to move around, play little center mid, outside back. But I mean, if he's able to do,
Thing is, with all these players, is
yeah,
they want to play.
yeah,
If they're they're naturally a winger, same thing we talked about with Zach. Is maybe he transitions to a fullback or maybe even a center mid or something just based on his athleticism.
Just
Like he won't he'll feel a little hard done by maybe, but he'll be happy he's playing and has
Still
a
be
better
contributing.
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they want. So
Gotta make the complete team.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
then our last game, big 2-0 win over the Rapids. Goals from Kyrie Shelton and Durso again.
Yep.
That's pretty big. I mean, I know they had some good players playing. Tim Howard played.
Yeah.
Started.
A while, I think, in the game.
Yeah. And it's also big that those are the two scoring.
Yeah.
Jerso scoring twice in preseason now.
Yeah.
And then Kyrie Shelton, like we had been talking
Yeah,
about,
right.
you know, he's a striker in a pretty contested position. Like, there's no...
And could he move to an official, you know, the number 9 role?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was playing with David Villa before, so obviously he was not going to play up top. But
Yeah.
like, you're going to have to play him as a winger. But now we have good wingers. Do we put him up top? Does Rubio? Is Rubio
Exactly,
down
that's why
pressure to...
That's why it's big for him to score him there.
Yeah.
So...
And for Gerso, just like scoring 2 goals, it's just great to see him put the ball in there,
Yeah.
especially for himself during preseason.
Yeah. Build up that confidence,
Yeah.
transfer it into the season.
Yeah, and
Huge.
to see that, I mean, he's obviously healthy now.
Yeah.
And the
Big
last
one.
year he didn't play that much because of injuries, which is nice seeing him out there doing well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the highlight of the preseason was Daniel Shalhoub scoring 1, getting the daylight scared out of him later that day from Beasler.
if you guys haven't seen that video, it's on the Sporting KC page, and it's pretty
funny.
funny.
It's funny.
Yeah,
It is.
it was.
His reaction is just priceless.
I honestly, I thought that prank was gonna be so stupid.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Matt Beasley, I was like, oh, he's gonna do something so dumb. And then when he did it, I was like, oh man. I was like, you can tell
His reaction.
He flipped because he was like.
Genuinely frightened.
It was good. And
Good job, Matt.
I didn't know Beasler had that pace to get out
Where's that
It
Oh my
takes off.
He's been working on his pace in the off-season, attaboy Beasler.
He's been hanging out with Ike. That would be really scary if you saw Ike do this. Well, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah,
Ike
he
just
would be
be
out of there.
Boom! He'd probably run through the walls.
Yeah, that was, I mean, pretty good. It's nice to see that, you know, with all the work and everything going on. that
Yeah,
these
there's
guys
something
have-
going on.
Yeah,
Getting together as a team.
I'm sure.
Important.
Yeah.
Important to the chemistry of the team.
Should we move on to leg 2?
Yeah, leg 2 coming up.
Yep, it starts February 14th. They get a little break. You know, get to hang out with the family.
Back in KC,
Yeah.
head back down to Arizona.
And it'll be from February 14th to the 24th. And I think they play 4 games.
4 games in 10 days.
Yep. So that'll be interesting to see. Not only.
That'll gauge their fitness level.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fitness levels also, and what we'll talk about next is, you know, the Swope roster was announced for preseason. So now that team is cut down a little bit more.
Yeah,
That's going to be going to the second leg of
They'll
preseason.
be able to build more chemistry. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be.
Maybe the fringe players
Yeah.
that, you know, Vermees and his coaching staff aren't sure whether or not they're going to be Swope or Sporting. They get more of a chance to play, more of a chance to impress, really, really show what they can do on the field.
And because of that, we should see a lot of. I mean, not just like the competition, but I mean, those players will be playing hard.
Yeah.
If you know that you have a chance to make Sporting, you're going to play
Fighting.
much harder than So that'll be interesting to see. I think we have some
good games
good
coming
games.
up too. Red Bulls is the
Red
first.
Bulls, and then I think we play Phoenix Rising again, and then we play the New England Revolution, and then the last game I think is to be determined. I think that's more of
still hasn't.
I think it's kind of like a tournament type thing. I think
Could be.
so. They probably do like a little group stage, and then like seed you in first, second game.
Yeah.
So we got those games going on, and then we also Swope Park's about to start their preseason.
Yeah, that's right.
Starts this Saturday, the 10th, 3:30 at Swope Village. Their roster is just announced. Some interesting names on the roster.
Yeah.
Some interesting names that aren't on the roster.
Yeah. Definitely.
Big names on the roster. Haji Berry scores a goal,
Scored, yeah.
but Swope Park. I mean, I think Swope Park was the team that officially signed him, so he probably had some knowledge that he was not.
Yeah.
Also,
Kuzain and Felipe Hernandez.
Yeah,
you know,
those guys.
maybe not necessarily big names to sporting
But
or to
they're
sporting fans, but
more of the academy.
they were
guys,
two of the
yeah.
academy guys that were a part of that 9 playing in the preseason.
Yeah.
No.
And Kuzain played the most minutes out of everybody on the team. So.
Little surprising there, maybe,
Yeah.
then. But and then the last, notable name we saw on the roster, Cameron Duke.
Yeah, Cameron Duke, who just got called up to
Yeah.
the U18 men's national team. I mean,
Could that be a reason why?
yeah,
I think so.
I mean, I don't I can't say 100% how it works, but I assume if he gets called up to this U18 team, that's gonna be a bit more of a commitment because they have a little bit more going
Yeah,
on, and playing for your country, even at the U18 level, that's something you're gonna want to be doing.
Oh yeah.
And then when he's not doing that, he's gonna come back and play for Swope and put in some good minutes,
Yeah.
hopefully, get more playing time to develop.
Also playing for Swope, he'll be all the games, or most of the games are in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's easier for him to travel, easier for him to do everything if he's
Yeah.
playing with the U.S. Youth Academy compared to being in Arizona, having to, you're in a hotel, you're not
Yeah.
living with whatever you have.
Yeah.
So,
But players who were not on the roster that we saw, some of the homegrown players, some of the signings, we saw Zach Wright, Matt Lewis,
yeah.
2 Sporting Academy players were not on that Swope Park list, which means they're going to be heading back to Scottsdale to get another chance to make this team. And maybe they've been impressive.
Yeah.
They've been impressive.
Yeah. He played pretty well in the second game. He had 2 narrow misses, barely missed.
Yeah.
He played pretty well.
So Zach Wright, Matt Lewis, 2 big ones. Busio,
Yeah, Boosie.
Yeah.
getting another shot. He scored. I mean,
Yeah, he scored.
that's
15
big.
years
Yeah.
old.
Let's hope he keeps up this form, and if
If anything, at least gets trained with the first team.
Exactly.
Or another, get better exposure. They're better players.
Yep.
They're
Will Bagru,
back there.
another new player to the team this year. Jalen Lindsey,
Yep.
big one because he had an interview done where he was talking about the games he played in and sort of how he's been feeling about preseason, and it seems like Vermees has a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, he likes
Honestly,
him a lot.
you think about who's ahead of him, it's just Zusi
Yeah, so
at that right back spot.
And Colton Storm, but
Yeah.
Colton Storm's another guy that I could see these 2 guys almost being at the same level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say they are.
Like nobody's gonna question Zusi starting,
Yeah.
but you need that position on the
Yeah.
bench. You
Yeah.
need a fullback.
And if anything happens,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
Something
so-
could easily happen to Zusi.
and then, like we said again, we got a lot of games. But
A lot of games.
We've said that a lot, but
Yep.
I mean, with all these players, that's basically what they're
Yeah.
looking for. If there's somebody ahead of them that they know,
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not gonna-
They've also they haven't maybe they did name some keepers to Swope Park, but they haven't named any of the big 4
no.
that we've been talking about. Melia obviously starting, but I think they're still waiting to see who's going to take that
Between the
reserve
Zendaya,
position.
yeah.
Like Zendejas, Dykstra, and
Yeah.
Dick. None of them were announced to the Swope Park roster.
And it'll be, it's interesting to see that one of those guys will be the backup to Melia.
Yeah.
But the other 2 then are going to have to compete for a Swope Park
Yeah,
starting job. So,
that's good for Swope.
yeah.
That's good for Swope to have one of them 3 there.
Yeah.
That's very good. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of competition. A lot of competition.
Well,
Yeah.
we haven't, once preseason gets more underway, Swope Park, we'll know more about it.
Yeah.
But next weekend, we will be there.
Yeah.
3:30 Swope Village. Hopefully,
Yeah.
learn a little bit about the team.
Yeah.
Actually see these guys playing.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
might be doing some live coverage there. We'll try and get down either some like play-by-play commentary or a post-match, pre-match. Just try and keep everybody up to date on what's going on with the team, how the game went, what we noticed. Maybe get a player ratings. Maybe talk with some fans.
Yeah,
maybe
well, if you guys want to see us,
Yeah.
if you want to be involved, go out there. We can interview a couple people, But Yeah, and then the other thing that we'll be doing is there's a couple of KC Cauldron events.
Preseasons,
Yeah.
you know.
Got 1 month from today.
Yep.
Season starts. So the KC Cauldron has started a lot of
People are
events.
getting excited.
Yeah. I'm sure there's other like Southside fans. I mean, just fans in general are getting excited that we're finally back.
Yeah, we're finally back and having a very promising season ahead of us. You know, with the players we're bringing in, we're finally bringing in some. You know, we're never going to be able to bring in players that at LAFC or New York. We're never going to get a pure being in Kansas City.
We're finally getting a little bit of an attack.
Yeah,
some
well,
attackers.
attack-
And we really need it
Yeah.
badly. So
Johan and then Johnny Russell as well. You know, those are they're not huge names, but relative to our team, they're big and they're played at a higher level than most of the players, and it's something different that we're doing with the team. Yeah,
I mean,
a lot of experience
We
despite
brought-
being young.
yeah, we brought in some guys that have played in, fairly big leagues, but they were younger, and it's hard
More
to.
academy.
yeah. But now these two guys, they've been playing for a while.
Big
They've
difference.
seen many players. They know what they're
Yep.
obviously doing. So those two guys should help us a lot this year, or hopefully help us.
It seems like that. It seems like Johan will be attacking mid.
Yeah.
There's going to be some players after that spot, but he seems pretty set in that. My biggest thoughts are Johnny Russell, and now with Jerso playing so well,
Yeah.
Shallowy even
yeah.
bagging one.
Kyrie
Is Shallowy going to move back up to a natural striker?
Yeah.
Or is he going to try and stay at wing and compete? Because that's a lot of competition at that spot now. You have 3 players who could very easily start. There's more than that, but those are the top 3 players who could start in that position. Only 2 are getting to make it. Shallowy's chances might be better up top, but even with Kyrie Shelton scoring, and then Rubio seems to be assisting a couple. It's
and Will Sporting. We still can bring in.
yeah, there's still
there's still
time.
time.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
Unless we figure out how to create a third wing.
We got 3 wingers.
But if you guys want to let us know what you think the starting 11 or the people starting up top will be, just leave it below in the comments, and we'll respond to some, and just
Hope to see everybody out at Swope or at
Yeah,
Space Cauldron events. It'll be a great season ahead of us.
promising season.
All right.
Taking the cup. All of them.
Blue Hell TV here, and we'll see you guys next time.